Action!
Alright, hey, this is Sean Gordon. I am the director of Oatmeal Man. I also played John.
What's up, losers? This is Krisondra. I'm Skittles McNuggets. What's up? I played Krisha. Yeah.
This is Jesse Gordon. I think I wrote this and just showed up on set a couple times.
Hi, this is Sal Perales. I played Santi in this movie.
Why didn't you guys call them insulting names like I did?
Because you're a jerk.
Because I actually like my character.
I know. You're a jerk. I know.
I like my character.
You are your character. We're
That's
all
why
our
I like it.
characters.
This is true. Sal
Yeah.
is who you see on the screen.
I like to refer to my character a lot as, that's a good shot, as Santi, as Sal 2000.
Yes.
Because it's basically based a lot off of me, but a lot more of the jerk tendencies that I had in the year 2000 when I was really just, especially things that hanging out with the people that I hung out with enjoyed, like calling people on their bullshit.
I want a vanilla cookie.
Good times.
I think this whole movie is actually... It actually is based on us. Like, it's us playing us. Like, we didn't really have to make any characters. We
Real
just had to be
quick, this
ourselves.
whole intro with the car, it reminds me so much of Sin City. I love the way it looks. I love the way the rain looks. The colors, everything looks fantastic.
Yeah, if you haven't
good job.
noticed, our names are really similar to our real names, thanks to Jesse.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks to lack of creativity on my part.
Oh, and that was all green screen, by
Yeah.
the way, in case you guys are wondering about technical shit.
Okay, Jesse,
Like,
I have
really
a problem. Why is it Krisha? Nobody's name is Krisha.
Nobody's name is Krisondra.
What's with... Shut up. What's with the SH? Krisha.
I couldn't use Cassandra because it was trademarked, so I had to just
Yeah.
add an extra,
Well, no, there is actually Krishas.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I've
In
never
fact,
heard
I've
of
heard
them.
Krishas before I heard Cassandra.
Alright, well, that's a first for me.
Anybody watching this DVD, please confirm that Cassandra does not
Nobody's paying
exist.
attention to what we're saying right now anyway.
Huh. Oh yeah, so when we kind of like set out to make the movie, the intention was for us to kind of play ourselves, it was kind of like a recollection of growing up in high school, kind of like me and Sal grew up together. There's Claude also, who plays Clive,
Jesse
who
was
isn't
there.
here today, plays himself, and it's kind of like what would happen if we were all in this situation
The guy
as
who,
us.
the guy who played Claude, he couldn't be here with us today. He's probably
Because he's
working.
gay.
He's probably working or something, with his lady. I think he lives out in Ontario. It's really hard for him to get away, but we wish him the best, and we hope to see him
By
soon.
lady, you mean man.
Yes.
Anyway, you were saying us growing up.
Oh no, yeah. So that we, like it was me
That
playing
face.
me, Sal playing Sal, Claude, and then so Jesse wrote the script, and Jesse's my brother. In case you guys didn't get the connection between the last name, Gordon. So like
When we
basically,
were in elementary school, we called them the Fish Stick Brothers.
yeah. So like
Because that was
we read the
Gordon,
script and we're like, oh, this is great. Like we're all in it. We're all it's like us together. And then we're like, wait, but Jesse's not in it. And then we're like, oh wait.
I'm the
No,
chick,
no.
dude.
Yeah,
You guys are
Jesse
missing
is in
the
it.
main
Jesse is in
opening
it.
I'm
credits.
Annie's
Look,
character. You guys
The
think that.
Oatmeal Man. That's my mom.
You're an Annie. You're an Annie.
Nobody knows that, but that shot was my mom.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my
Those
mom,
characters.
You know what's
too.
funny,
This
though?
whole thing was
Look,
one of the
Carrie
first.
Daigneault, that's my mom. Ha ha.
This was one of the first things finished before.
That's Sean's mom.
Like even before production started, like the main production.
You
So
guys are over talking me.
it was
It's
really funny.
lame.
because this was some of the things that we would show the actors.
That's my
actresses,
brother.
The people working on the movie,
Shut up,
and they
Sal.
would
I'm
be
more
like,
important.
"Oh my god,
Oh, that's Tom
this thing is
Devlin.
gonna look so pro."
Everyone
because
loves
just
him.
everybody loved the way that this
That's
came
the
together.
hairdresser.
The music came
but
together.
you knew that. Because it's that hairdresser, didn't it?
You did.
I didn't see that part.
Now I'm gonna be quiet because she's yelling everything you're reading on screen.
Oh, that's me! Look! No last name because
This is
I'm
going to
not
be the
cool.
Hollywood homicide commentary. We're turning left now on this street, and this we drove straight for a few minutes.
She's saying what's happening.
Oh, look, that's Sal.
Sal.
Sean.
no
yes.
last name.
Water.
This was our Sin City piece. Like Sal said, like everyone we showed it to was sold. They were like, I want to be on board because
Yeah.
this is what we showed everybody.
Oh.
This opening.
Oh, that's
sequence.
Kaleo.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
His last name is Black. Well, that's what he goes by.
This was shot at the
Kaleo
Snookies
Blue.
factory before they moved. Or they
Right,
moved.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Snookies makes the best cookies up in the valley.
Snookies cookies.
It was
woo!
freaking. Every time we went there maybe 2 or 3 days on location. So we're shooting in their old factory, I guess, their old building, and they're at a building which is like 2 blocks down, maybe.
Oh, that's Donna.
So they'd show up to open the doors and be like, "Oh, you guys got like 7 or 8 people. That calls for like 7 or 8 dozen cookies." And then they'd come throughout the day with just like, "Oh, check it out. We just made some cookies down the street."
By the way, in that box is an Oatmeal Man cookie.
Did you see that composition feel right there?
This guitar has not only this guitar's sophomore effort of starring in a movie.
Sophomore effort.
Because this guitar made its film debut with the the Project Purgatory Beijing, which was so freaking awesome.
All right.
Where it was also held by Shane, the cowboy hat wearing zombie killer,
AKA me.
Yeah, also played by Sean Gordon.
Is that
it seems to work with Sean a lot, but today it was working. That day it was working with me. We tried to get the guitar for commentary today, but it was busy too.
I think it's on tour with Van Halen right now or something like that. So it's not being used properly.
He gets mad when you call it a grandpa guitar.
Sal!
Yes, I am in this movie. As
Did we introduce Maura Dennis right there?
Yes, Maura Dennis is freaking fantastic. Everything she does is like believable, and you don't buy it till we get to the end of this movie. Just pay attention to her, and you think we'll discuss it later. But she was good. She was always nice. She's always happy. She's somebody who was really cool to work with, and she was good at what she did, man.
I think it was cool because a lot of us, like Claude there you see on the screen, and Sean and Sal, we're kind of friends. We understand each other's discussing humor. Bringing people like Maura, and in a moment you'll see Nicole Coons and all that, who don't know us, it's really frightening. You know, we're like, are they going to run screaming for the hills?
I imagined it was probably very difficult for someone to come into awesome wipe. So, like, you know, these people that are just coming on her, Maura, like a lot of these people, especially of the core cast of the girls, basically all the girls who we hadn't known as long. Because we don't know
girls in real life.
You know, Krisondra we knew from a few projects and stuff, but just to come in and the way that we talk with each other, the way we're loud, the way
we're kind of gross, like
we're very vulgar and very loud. More importantly,
well, this whole scene right here,
and offensive
and loud.
Did he mention this was the first scene I think we shot, right, for the movie?
This was the first, This was day one.
Yeah.
That was at Lori's house.
Mm-hmm. We didn't realize how we were filming in like a normal neighborhood, and like Danny was cussing up his story. Like we didn't realize how bad we looked, or people thought it was real possibly. And I think did we get the cops called on us, Chris?
I don't remember if it was that, but I know the next couple of days we couldn't come outside.
I'm talking. I think we did get the cops called on us.
No, that was on a different day. You're right.
I don't remember the cops, but I remember them saying that we couldn't film outside.
That was a different movie that we got the cops called on us.
Here's Danny, dude.
Yeah, cab driver, hilarious.
Awesome. Yes. He's so funny.
He's only in this for this 20-second scene, but he's just amazing.
No, that's what happened. We were filming another movie at the same time as this one, and they did a scene that like people ran into like out into the neighborhood and like hid in people's yards.
Yeah.
And people thought they were getting robbed, so they called the cops on us. And then the very next day we were filming Oatmeal Man, and we were like fucked because they told us we can't film here anymore, or blah blah blah.
I remember like we had to park our cars down the street and like walk directly inside. We couldn't go in the front yard. Like it was a real kind of weird.
Yeah. So our way around that was we're gonna pretend like it was Krisondra's birthday, and instead of saying like rolling action, it was Marco Polo, and then cut was fish out of water. So that way, if people heard us, they were like, "Oh, this is just a party, a swimming pool party," you know.
Okay. But halfway through, we kind of forgot and just, "Hey, Claude," so everyone knows our name, Hey, Sal, don't go, be quiet.
Yeah. So that's how we got through the day when we weren't supposed to be filming.
We have the most unhealthy snacks here right now. I'm gonna get.
I know we're eating like cheesecake and ice cream.
Oh, speaking of snacks, for this shot, they're filming here.
Incredible mumble-inducing snacks.
Yes.
You're funny, Sal.
I try, especially on commentaries.
This is the first commentary I've ever done.
Oh,
this is my second.
It shows.
Aren't you special?
I've done twice as many as you. I was actually talking to Sean the other day, because every time we listen to a lot of Kevin Smith podcasts. So every time I hang out with my friends, be it Sean or Jesse, that's pretty much my friends. I think I'm missing podcast gold.
No, Kevin Smith has really ruined my life, because now you're right. Every time I say something, and if I think this might be witty, I'm like, I gotta get somewhere and tweet it really quickly. It's like literally
Twitter.
Is Sal's butt coming up, or did we cut that from your...
We cut the butt.
You cut the butt?
I agreed to do this movie, and they were like, "Dude, can you show your ass?" And I was like, "You know how many cars I've whipped my ass out driving down the freeway?" But when it came down to the moment, I actually was like, "Wow, it's one thing to just whip it out of the window of a moving vehicle, and it's quite another thing to just, have lights, camera, and action. Show your ass."
Colton was nude the entire time, so...
Yeah, our cameraman was definitely like, "What's up? This is boxers."
Colton's my brother, just FYI. He's so cool.
Yeah, anyone named Daniel is probably related.
He has to be naked always on set. That's just how he is. Mm-hmm. That's how... Okay, seriously, he was on set one time when Sean and Sal were filming a scene, and they were kind of naked, so he felt like he wanted to fit in and be naked, so he took his pants off.
And I remember one shot, Colton had to be on the floor. You know, like the camera's on the floor, so he's like looking through the viewfinder. Ass was in the air in his boxers. I'm like, this is horrible, dude. Filming me and Sal naked.
Oh my god! Remember when Colton farted and you could hear it?
That happened multiple times.
Yeah. Multiple times.
That's on the deleted scenes. No, it's on the blooper reel. In case you guys are interested, checking that out. You switch over to the blooper reel.
Blooper reels are always good.
Yeah, John Carrius does a few farts on there.
John Carrius. We've got a lot to talk about when he comes on the screen.
Oh, man. Carrius.
Dude, when he comes on screen, he comes on screen.
Yeah. I call him the Carrius. Jesse writes the script, right? And so I get the script, and before we're filming, it's basically like you play a song. So I talked to Sean and said, like, well, I talked to Jesse first and was like, dude, you say I play a song. What is it? Or can I make up a song? Or like, you know. And he was like, I just wrote it so you could play whatever, dude, because I like playing music. And then I talked to Sean, and I was like, is there some song you want to put here? Or like, and Sean's like, you could just play whatever. And so I was like, oh my god, I get to write a new song for this movie. And I was so excited to like do something. And I was like thinking about the character and like where I was at this point in my life and like where, you know, a lot of really like cool stuff of like what the song was supposed to be. And I really like, I started writing a few things. It kept coming back to, that happens a lot. It kept coming back to that one of Sean and Claude's songs that they did with one of their bands, Claude. And I was like, this is basically what I want to say, but everything I'm writing is like stupid compared to this. Like, this is just this is what I want to say, and everything else I write just doesn't seem as good as this. So I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just record this. I'll do my own version, because theirs is like a cool, metal, awesome version. You should check it out. It's called Klon. Just go look up their MySpace or whatever the hell they got up running. And, you know, I recorded the song. I came in the next day and I said, look, just listen to this. If you let me play this, I will just play this. And I did an acoustic rendition of their song. And that's the way... And they were like, perfect. And just lyrically, I thought it fit so much. So the whole movie, in the notebook, I'm backwards writing the song as if I'm writing the song. It's stupid. This is the dumbest idea ever. And it worked. For me. You guys probably thought
I think what Sal is trying to say in that last 3 minutes is that he used this movie as a launchpad for his musical career.
Yeah, look where it got me.
Yeah. Look at that terror sweat right there. That sick
terror sweat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really just a button.
This is interesting to film actually, because like when you're filming everyone up, like right there, the camera had to be in the driver's seat. So how we did that, I think we had Nicole drive.
Oh yeah,
and the seat was pushed forward
because she was the shortest. Remember?
Yeah, she was the smallest. And then Colton was like, yeah, her seat was pushed forward as much as possible, so Colton could kind of get in that position.
She was basically squatting on the wheel driving.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, how did you get on his lap? You know,
Oh, the triple stream! Remember that was so funny. The
guys know that joke because guys have had the fucking triple stream.
No, I don't know that joke, but shut up. I'm the only female here. But that was so funny. I remember you guys used a. Didn't you use a?
Did you guys use
water bottle, right?
Yeah, it was just a water bottle. I think.
Yeah, a water bottle.
Al Burke.
Al Burke's
awesome, man. Tightest pants.
Ass crack.
Famous from telling Billy Joe, like Billy Joel. What did he say? What's his line on that?
From The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
You don't talk to Billy Idol.
You don't talk to Billy that way, or whatever.
Billy Idol. That's
Billy Idol. That's Billy Joel.
Yeah. I love the voice he picked for this too. When he did it,
he's like so funny. He's such a cool dude, and apparently he's like the go-to guy for this. Like every movie, I guess he just has a collection of uniforms, CHP, LAPD. Bikes.
He has a police bike. Where do you get a police bike?
He just comes up and like, I guess this is the dude you call if you like need a policeman. You're just like, hey, I need a Arizona state, and he's like, all right, I'll get my Arizona badge, my Arizona uniform, and my Arizona bike, or put the Arizona stickers on my bike, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but he's got a collection, and he's the go-to guy for this sort of thing. For movies like this. I wonder
if he gets how that people from ER used to get, like they would go to dinner and someone there would start choking. It's like, hey, you're a doctor. Can you help this person? But not a doctor. They play one. Does Al ever? He's out and about, and you're like, "You're a cop. Stop that guy!" But he's not a cop.
And he's just like, you know what? You would make an excellent nudist. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, do you guys remember this day we were filming in Colton?
California, oh my God! It was so hot that day. Wasn't it like 105 or something like that? And
we had almost every day.
Every single time we had to walk to set. We had to walk down a mountain and then up a mountain.
Claude looks fantastic from this angle.
Ridiculous.
I think you two dudes can get along really well without wanting to, get along really
Put
well.
Put it in each other. Yeah, I get it.
It's possible. Yeah, if you look in the background for some of these desert shots here, this day we were filming at this family, I don't know who they were, they let us film on their kind of ranch thing, and they raised goats or something. And there was so much poop on that mountainside, like just everywhere you could possibly go.
But I don't think that was from the goats. Like, they raised goats and they had goats in one of these little corrals, but there was just free-range fucking donkeys all over the place.
Yeah.
Just straight up roaming the mountains. Like, we'd have to hold, and like from the other side of the mountain would just come straight up like a whole flock of donkeys. I don't know what they're called.
Oh my god.
A pride of donkeys.
A pride of donkeys.
A murder of donkeys. What?
We have dessert. You try the dessert.
Oh, no, thank you.
Right now. No,
I'll try
it's really good. You eat some of mine?
Those of you who obviously can't see the commentary as it's being recorded, we're stuffing
Not
our
a big
faces
sweets dude.
It's just glass.
We got
too much sweets. And I don't want to eat the veggie chips because they're crunchy.
And they're salty and addicting and good.
Yeah, it's funny. I met the owners of this place at a bar, Slide Bar in Fullerton, actually. And it was really random. Like, we met, and I think I was talking about I was making a movie soon, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, you should come film on our property." And I was like, "Really?" Because I was like, "Yeah, it kind of takes place like in the dirt road, like kind of like in the middle of nowhere." They're like, "Dude, that's our house. You come over, come film." I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, this whole place was like their property, and then for lunch. They made the bombest fajita tacos ever.
The best salsa I've ever had.
Dude,
in my
it
life.
was so awesome.
Didn't everyone get Panda
That's not gonna
Express?
work.
I remember Sal. Oh no, not Sal. I remember Claude was like, "Oh, Colton gets another helping," and he's like, "Oh, he's a growing boy." And
yeah,
then
Claude
he
was
gets another
self-conscious
helping.
about getting up for
He's
seconds,
like, "Oh,
and Colton was like
fat
on thirds and shit. And he's like, nobody's gonna yell at him because he's all in underwear and buff and young. And he's like, if I get up for seconds, they're gonna be like, fat ass. You know.
You totally just said what I just said.
Yeah, but I said it clearly.
What Claude just said. Wait.
Shut up, Sal.
Third generation.
So it was really fun to work with Claude because like we've done a lot. We used back in the days before YouTube, we were YouTube for our apartment complex.
Yeah.
Because we would film all these videos, we'd go in the little clubhouse and show them. We'd make all these little things.
I didn't need all those.
Unfortunately, we didn't realize that YouTube was going to be so awesome distributed because we would have been the fucking kings.
Is that my
Yeah.
Oh my
We're not
god.
we're not trying to be like,
Yeah, fuck all these
or
people
anything.
now,
We're just
dude.
saying that we thought of it first.
We would have been like uber awesome. So then like, anyway, before YouTube, we were freaking YouTube. And, like a lot, I'd work with Claude, only on those sorts of things. So it was really cool to have Claude on something like this and to do something a little more.
Well, speaking of which, Sean, would you want to
Ann
introduce
Gotti.
the chicks? Introduce our machete girls?
Oh yeah, this is Ann Gotti. She's the girl from the intro scene. In case you couldn't tell.
My son likes her a lot.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Axel won't. I asked him to marry me, but he wouldn't.
But it's because he's already married.
Kid.
My boy's married.
Whoa.
He asked me the other day, he's like, where's my wife, dude?
Her real name, or Anne's real name is Courtney, you know?
Yeah. Courtney Ann Gotti.
Yes.
Courtney Ann Gotti. I
Got
just
it.
burped. Oh no.
Yeah.
How about the other ladies there? We have?
That's Jennifer Andrade. And then this is Tao. Well, okay, that's Lila D. And then Tao Nguyen is the one in the middle. And we kind of like made the scene up last minute after the fact because we filmed the movie, edited it together, and we kind of started showing it around. And then we realized part of the main feedback we were getting is that all the horror comes a lot later. So like they wanted to see it get to it quicker. So after we got that feedback, we kind of added the machete girls is what we call them. We kind of added them into the mix to kind of show that okay, Anne from the beginning is not dead. Maybe there's hope. And then there's and it kind of shows that there's more stuff happening at this factory and kind of the goings on, So that way, by the time you see Krisha on the table and Eddie with the machete, you're kind of more scared for her life. Like, okay, is she gonna get it?
We hope that was.
We hope it. Yeah, is she gonna get turned into like what these girls get turned into? Mm-hmm. Which I'm sure you saw the movie first before you're watching this, so I don't care about spoilers.
It was helping to add suspense.
Suspense.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
You can tell by the handheld cameras.
Plus, just titties in general are always welcome. You know?
Whoa! Jesse? No, I do not approve.
A man speaks the truth.
You didn't approve the
If
titties.
God had not wanted us to.
Hey, we gotta get milk from
Okay,
someone.
it kind of sucks being the only female here. You got a bunch of guys here.
You're a
talking
guy.
about-
Be quiet.
I'm not a guy.
More of a
Well,
guy.
I'm
Well,
Let's
sort of a guy.
hear your opinion on titties then.
All right. Yeah.
I am not lesbian. I'm sorry.
All right. But okay. So anyway, titties, good, bad.
Bad.
Bad. You're just saying that because they're on
Just because you have no use for them, that's why.
No, I do not like titties. If you had a use for them,
you'd be like, yeah, those are some good-ass titties.
Hey, no! They're not...
Titties are good. They're good for your health. And they're soft and they're cushy and you can sleep on them. And
I like the men,
was
not
that
the women.
This is good.
I like the men.
Did everyone hear that? Okay,
why is everyone... Oh, no. My phone, I dropped it.
It's gone there.
The salad.
Salad.
Oh.
All right. We have to keep taking Chris's phone away from her because
that happens.
She cannot exist.
Even in the movie, we took her phone away from her.
In real life, she's that chick who's in the movie theater who like texts.
Wait, I need to go on this side.
She was texting this whole time.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I promise.
And now she's doing backflips.
Working on the car with Claude was the best working on a car I've ever had. I don't think we were doing much down there, but just so you guys know, we can't get that thing up to 88.
That smoke. I always think that's Claude's crotch on fire. Just because
his fiery crotch.
There's one I don't think it's in the movie. There's a shot where she's trying to get signal. She's looking around and raising the phone up. At one point during shooting, we were watching the shots. She went to the floor. And I was like, she tried to get signal from the floor. And I thought it was the funniest fucking thing. I'm sure I almost ruined the shot. Luckily, I think Colton farted, and so I didn't have to worry about ruining the shot.
Yeah.
You know, just so you guys know, that convention of cell phones not working when you need them to, like in the wilderness, is in every single horror movie I've ever seen in my life. So that, you know, at first I thought, that's a great idea, so they won't have an excuse why there's still... Oh, wait, every movie that's ever been made has done
But you know what? It's true, because like even when we were filming this, we didn't have service. So.
Well, yeah, but since the advent of the cell phone, we've had to find a reason to cut people off. You can't have a horror movie if they're like texting like on Twitter, oh my god, I'm totally getting eaten by now, hashtag fucked up.
I'm texting right now.
At this location on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm totally in the Saw thing. They're telling me I have to kill this dude. Like, it's not going to work that way. You have to fucking be able to control your environment. You have to... It's not scary if you're connected to the fucking World Wide Web. You have to be able to isolate your characters.
Mobile me.
It's necessary. We did have a hair person. All she did was Sean's hair.
Desiree.
Desiree. Oh wait, no, Krisondra was actually the one who made the Happy Dong logo.
That in Photoshop.
Yeah, she said she likes dudes.
So titty is not okay, but dong is fine?
Yeah.
Well, she is a girl, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, she said she likes dudes.
I guess that adds up.
No,
like, when the dong is happy, she's happy.
Sean told you to
Everyone's talking over me. This is bad.
That sounds horrible.
I told you to eat shit, would you?
Like, if it was for a movie?
If it had sugar in it, wait. If it tastes like brownies, maybe.
Okay, Facebook is not loading on my phone right now.
Good.
This is bad.
Wait,
this little shack here that they're coming on, it was basically our entire town. We filmed on every side, each side of it, to make it look like a different part, different building. As we
on the other side is the bathroom of the rest stop, and like this side is the town.
This is the random town.
Did you guys have to buy that box of cookies and eat it so we could use it as a prop?
Absolutely.
I don't know, but I just ate a box of cookies now.
As a director, how was that? Like, did you have, because I always hear on commentaries, I watch a lot of fucking commentaries, they say that, like, a lot of directors say, half of the fucking job of directing, if you cast right, makes everything smooth. If you cast wrong, that's where directing gets difficult.
Well, that's kind of why, starting out, I was like, okay, I know I'm going to be directing, doing everything, basically, and acting in it, so I was like, okay, I have to find people who can direct themselves, basically, like Sal just said. So like I already knew, because we used to film together all the time, doing little skits, like we said earlier. Anyway, so like I already knew everyone kind of takes initiative, the immediate group, like Sal, Claude, and stuff. So I was like, okay, they're gonna be fine. So when I was casting for Annie and Lisa, I was like, okay, I gotta find people who are really good, who will find their own way, and then all I have to do is be like, okay, tweak this because it's not going to make sense,
right?
Story-wise, because they don't know the story as good as me or Jesse.
Right.
Well, you're watching a horror movie. So.
Hey, Jesse, turn on your Wi-Fi scrambler.
It says try again, and I keep
3G fucker
it,
upper.
It's not trying again.
Look at Sean's attitude right there. I realized during this scene that Sean became a Bill Paxton for about a minute or so. He was our...
Yeah. He was definitely game over, man. Throughout some of these shots, you can really Paxticize.
I always wondered the relationship between John and Krisha. She's always kind of serious and asking him, well, like, what do you think? And he's like, oh, you're just imagining things.
I know, kind of like a big dick. I didn't even realize it till like afterwards.
He was a happy dong.
I hated Okay, that scene, seriously, me pushing him was not acted.
What do you mean?
Or not acting. Seriously?
By me, right? Wait.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I like held my stomach when I should have been holding my back.
Yeah.
Bad actor.
Enter John Carey.
Forced perspective.
It's a giant. Like it looks like we're looking at a giant.
Uh-huh.
Look at that giant.
If you look at Carey.
Gulliver's Travels and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned before
Nicole is so good in this movie.
She was.
Everything she does is so natural and fantastic. It was
Are
really
you
fun working with
calling
her.
Naturally a bitch, you asshole. She's cool.
I'm saying naturally she just plays a fantastic bitch.
You naturally said that she was a natural bitch.
Nicole.
That's so mean.
Nicole, whatever.
Nicole, I got your back.
She doesn't understand.
Nicole,
Whatever.
I got your back. I shall.
Yeah.
I punch him right now.
Whatever.
Punch him.
You're my Facebook friend.
Well, you know,
Yep,
speaking of acting and all that, I think that the ensemble.
I had really fun with this.
Together,
They went. I was supposed to grab I think a crowbar or something out of the trunk. Came down to shoot day, and I'm like, "Where's the crowbar?" And they're like, "Well, I don't know.
You guys?
We don't have a crowbar."
Oh,
but on this place, they had a whole
boogers.
fucking tool room, right?
Hey.
Like a whole fucking tool room, and they were like, "Just go in and get whatever you would use as a weapon." So I was like, "All right." And I went in the back and I looked, and there was like screwdrivers and wrenches and like pipe wrenches. And I found this thing, and I was like, "What the fuck is this thing with swinging fucking flail hook styles?"
And then
This thing is so
yes.
gangster. And somebody knows what it is. Lucas knows what it is. Lucas is somebody you want on your team on the zombie apocalypse. But anyway, I grabbed this thing, and Jesse's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "I don't know. What is it?" And he's like, "I think it's a sheep opener." So I called it a sheep opener. And I just said, this is what's going to be my weapon. And everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's so Sal." Or Santi, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, John Carey was such a team player. Like we mentioned before, this mountain was covered in dirt and donkey shit.
Okay, wait, no.
To get into character, he had to cover his face with like dust or whatever.
You guys?
He was getting called to set and walking to set. We were watching him walk up to the set. And he comes up and he just stops and he grabs dirt and rubs it on his face and on his head and his hair. And we were like, he's literally covering himself with microscopic pieces of shit.
I'm pretty
And we were like, that dude is so fucking metal.
Yes.
Much more so than the rest of us.
Okay, wait.
You guys can't see this, but Sal's getting his hair braided right now.
Sal, I promise I'll braid your hair after, but I have to pee, so I'll be right back.
Oh, wow.
Just so everyone knows, she's going to pee. This is Krisondra Daigneault. She's our mom.
Signing off.
Her Facebook is facebook.com/.
Can you lock her in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Another fun shot.
That shot of the group right there. I love it.
Any wide, super wide, wide shot is awesome.
I think this is one of the. Didn't
all
you
small.
use the shot as for one of the promos? Because I think Sean mentioned that like during the filming, we didn't really have a professional photographer or anyone with a high resolution camera taking shots that we could use later on for promo.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you want to tell that story? Or?
Well, no, we didn't. Like during the filming, we didn't even think about like a set photographer to take photos.
Favorite part. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like when it came down to like making art, key art, for the DVD cover and all that stuff, we were like, wait, we don't have any photos. Well, we had some, but like it was kind of hard to come up with like a cover concept and all that stuff because all we had was like stills from the movie, which are usually tight shots because we didn't really have. That's worth pointing out is our camera. I had to borrow a camera from my friend who used it every day. So when we filmed on the weekend, I would pick it up in the morning. We would go film for like 15 hours, and I would have to drive all the way back to LA, drop the camera off. On top of that, we only had one card for the camera, and it only filmed 10 minutes at a time.
Oh, that's right.
So we could only film 10 minutes, and then we would have to like wait for the card to dump for 15 minutes, and then we could film 10 minutes more. It was really crazy. It kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But we got through it, so.
I'm back!
Which is one of those things I think we should bring up. Like Sean really
Invisible
is
walls
the
don't
king
work.
of faking it because a lot of these shots we didn't have a huge budget. So to make like a town look like a town or like a room in a factory look like a factory, we had to film somewhere basically that wasn't that glamorous and make it look bigger than it was or cooler than it was. And I think this is gonna sound cocky, but I think you did a darn good job.
Yeah, so you see a lot of the spaces that they put together, and when we walked in there, we were like, "Oh wow, this is actually cool." And as I don't know about, like we could tell that they spent some time setting it up. It looked nice, the way that things were painted or looking like a lot of the interior, like mostly the Oatmeal factory was somewhat impressive because they were, you get the call sheet. It's like, oh, they're filming in such and such as, well, we're filming in somebody's, empty space or empty, we found some business that will let us use their back room or, we found somebody who'll let us use their garage. And you're like, oh, okay, so I'm going to somebody's house, and what are they gonna do? They're gonna have gonna throw some oatmeal on the floor in somebody's garage, But then you get there, and like they have the piping that looks really cool. They have this, they have that, and it looks pretty much like it looks on there. And you can tell they did spend some time setting up the night before, whatever.
Love that shot.
It looks good. Yeah, that's a Star Trek shot, Jesse. Of course you would love it.
Of course you would.
Is it really?
Well, it's got solar flare.
It's got
solar. Not to be confused with light flare.
Why do we do that at the same time?
I don't know.
We're so stupid. Oh my god.
Just to be clear, I did it first.
Same level.
Hey, you are not.
It looks like a castle in the background.
Just because you have dreadlocks.
I'm hardcore for other reasons.
You know what?
All the time.
No. No.
Sal's always hardcore.
It's true.
He's like a hardcore ninja.
It's awesome.
Yes, skink. Jeez.
See,
yeah.
I love the hair.
He smoothed his hair as if it made a difference. It was so awesome to watch the choices this motherfucker made.
If anyone remembers Ninja Turtles 2, Donatello used to do the same thing when he was...
Yeah. Even Ninja Turtles 1, where he's like, I don't know if this is structurally speaking, a good time for you and your friends to be dropping in.
That was great.
So, also, Sean and I worked on another film called Wasteland. We did the music, and we also did a bunch of other crap for it.
We played mutants. And,
yeah, we played who knows how many
and a
other
few
parts.
more characters.
But, so we go to, they had a wonder, there's this place in Burbank, it's called Dark Delicacies. Almost every Tuesday, they have somebody there, DVD signing.
I did a signing there.
See?
Oh, right, yeah.
Like I said.
For Zombie Night, Silent Night.
Exactly.
Silent Night, Zombie Night.
So we show up there for Wasteland, and we're like, cool, we're going to see cool people like that we haven't seen in a long time. And right next to our signing is another signing for one of John Carey. John Carius is there for some other movie. I Zombie, or what was it? It was like...
I don't remember.
It was something. It was some zombie movie, but like written from... As if it was a zombie diary. I can't remember.
Oh, wait, no.
I just remember the poster being really funny.
Hey,
it was George's intervention.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I was going to say, you could see on the little recording thing, when I talk, it gets all like loud and huge because I laugh. But it's not loud and huge anymore, damn it.
Oh! Yeah, mine's pretty loud.
Yeah!
This is the first time...
This on records, people. Waveforms are interesting.
Yes, they are.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. Look at that night for
Look at that day for night.
Yeah,
day for night.
And it looks horrible.
Yeah, that's daytime, but it's
the
actually
mountains
nighttime.
are gone.
But 1966 Star Trek, this is like cutting edge stuff right here.
Cutting edge. We didn't have a whole lot to work with on this movie, if you couldn't tell. And we had zero budget.
There I am. I'm making a debut, also hanging from the rearview mirror.
That's true. That is Sal. If he was
I played another part in this movie.
I am becoming...
In fact, I think you were voted most likely to become a hanging object.
That's right. Yeah. My head was most likely to be shrunken in high school. I can't remember.
I remember this was somebody's car. This was like an excursion that we bought.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Claude had a ball driving this thing around.
And in the script, it's supposed to explode like right there, and Oatmeal is supposed to be covering the hood and all that. But we felt so bad about getting the slightest blemish on it because it wasn't our vehicle, So.
That vehicle suits him.
Mm-hmm. I love the way Claude does everything. Everything he does is so like another guy that's just like everything is real and natural. Yeah. This is exactly how he would get. Like we know him. This is exactly what he is when he's pissed off in real life. Like this is
like if he actually got attacked by an oatmeal man or his car vomited oatmeal.
Yes, if his car blew up, he would be exactly this pissed off.
Yeah, he's the nicest guy ever. But like, if he gets pissed, like I wouldn't want to take a punch from him. Like,
right. He's got these meat hooks.
Right there. It was actually funny cast. Like I think everyone when Jesse wrote the script, we already had everyone in mind because it was about us, except for Annie.
Except for everybody that wasn't us.
Yeah, the two girls, Annie and Lisa was like the only ones we kind of.
We had to find a female Jesse. And find a chick.
Yeah, and then I remember when we were looking for Annie, like you look through pictures because people submit for the role, and I'm looking through the pictures and that's like the first step, like who looks the part. And as soon as I came upon Nicole's, I was like, oh my god, this is her. Like okay, there's a reel attached to it. Let's check out the reel. And the audition piece that we chose for the sides was the argument.
My wife hates this scene.
Well, the part we chose for the audition was the fight between Santi and Annie in front of the cab. Right, that was the audition piece. So Chris is texting.
I'm texting.
So like I click on her reel, and it's her fighting with her boyfriend in front of a taxi. I'm like, this is her. Called her in.
It's another example of the cast you got together. They really all did an excellent job. They got the characters. They seemed to have fun with it. They took the characters to other places that we hadn't thought of, and it worked. I think in my head. Annie's a great example of that. Lisa's character.
John Carrier is amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone. I was not, disappointed in Elise. These are all just trained professionals agreeing to work on a movie about oatmeal.
Me and Sean used to just spend all day when we were 9 years old watching Predator over and over. So
that's why I saw his dreadlocks.
Why was I not involved?
Anyway.
Trivia question.
I don't think you existed.
Hey now, just because I'm the youngest here.
Now,
can't say that
as
anymore,
a director...
Woo! I'm 18. I'm
Jesse was just
18 now.
Jesse was just talking about casting and shit, right? Happy birthday. And,
right, happy birthday. Moving on.
Yeah, I could have sworn I told you Saturday, but anyway.
I never told you, Sean, but I love this part of the music. Just saying.
Oh, thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
It's the first time I heard that.
I love the music, how it kicks in
I also
right there.
believe at some point Krisondra also said, I love the way the pictures seem to move across the screen.
Well, I modeled that musical cue after Ninja Turtles 1, the movie, when they come back into town from hiding, dude.
Right, when they come back. That is the bombest musical cue. That movie holds up so well. I have kids, I watch it like all the time. And also, this is my favorite part of a person on top of another person for no particular reason.
And
even though your ankle is hurting.
Yeah, it's the first time conversating over his shoulder. Wait.
But the music in that part, like the whole part of them at the country is like generally the best part of the movie. Because like the first part where Leonardo's like, I know, and then they come out and they meditate and Splinter comes out and the music like like it's so badass, dude, and you're like, oh shit. Great and then it cuts to like Casey Jones and like, they're like, where are the turtles? I don't know where they are. I guess they're out practicing or some bullshit. And then they like walk out and they're like, we're going back.
I didn't think Sean was going to show the crotch shot. I assumed he was going to insinuate it. No, he goes full crotch in a second.
Well, even Lila, the girl whose vag just got stabbed, when she saw this for the first time, she was like, oh my god, my vag got stabbed. I was like, wait, you were there.
Wait, somebody's vag got stabbed? I didn't even see that.
You saw the movie last night.
I didn't pay attention. I was texting.
You were texting again. Yeah. Oh my god.
Once again,
good shot.
Oh, she has a belly button ring.
And we did this scene so last minute that I found these girls online and I didn't even have time to audition them, so I just had to hope that they could do it.
Yeah.
And they came through, and not only did they do it, but they matched the character descriptions in their performances somehow. There's the innocent one that's just there, and you don't want anything bad to happen to her. And then there's the other one who's kind of like the protector, or you know what I mean, like. And it just everything in this movie just kind of worked out.
I was gonna say it's another example. I wasn't there for that day, but you guys got this permission to use a really kind of rundown, shitty looking room to film in. And these lovely ladies here, three of them didn't know us. This is their first time seeing us come down to shoot the scene. And to imagine being in their heads, they see a guy with a camera, just a really rundown building behind another building. I was like, oh my gosh, they're just gonna be like, they're gonna just go turn around and run.
Well, yeah, it was. I was kind of scared. Like, okay, are these girls gonna show up? Because we weren't. It was a no budget movie. B, if they do show up, we're in the circumstances, that Jesse just said. And then C, like, are they going to even stick around? Because it is. But what worked out was Sal had his kid with him, so it was like, okay, if there's kids
had your mom.
My mom was the executive producer, so she was there. So it was like, okay, this is not just a bunch of dudes with a camera in a weird place, and we're actually going to get murdered. Yeah. So it worked out. In the script, all this said was Claude tells gross stories. Because Jesse knew Claude would come up with some shit.
Yeah. It just said Claude says something.
Yeah. So we were all actually reacting to this in real time because we didn't know what he was going to say.
To be fair, though, he's used this speech a few
times. He really did get very lucky.
There's a problem here.
What's the problem?
Right.
I don't have any reception at your house, so I can't Facebook.
Oh, so you have to do commentary with us?
I don't know. I guess you live at Pulsar Studios.
I don't want to do commentary. I want to do Facebook, but I don't have any reception. No.
This is absolutely proof positive that Facebook and Twitter and the internet has ruined a generation of people.
This is true.
As we said, she didn't exist till 20 years ago, so you can see that us older people are like, look, shit is happening in real life. And she's like, I want to see what's on the fucking the Matrix.
On the Matrix.
We're with our friends right now. And she's like, I want to see what my friends are doing. Oh, look, somebody just put a picture up of lunch.
It's true.
Fuck that, dude. I'm with my friends.
I don't care who's eating fried banana.
But I have to say, part of my hatred for the internet is simply because I can't afford it. So I hate people who have their really
Fuck you, Jesse. You had the internet before all of us.
This is true. You had the information superhighway.
Oh my gosh, you guys remember what it was called that? I remember being like in my freshman year of high school, which was not that long ago, 2005. It kind of brings us back to like way before we did this movie like 10 years ago. We used to do these little comedy we thought were funny skits just for fun. And Claude used to do this kind of stuff. We would start filming something and say...
Is this where Sal sings? Sal, oh my god, your voice is so beautiful.
Thank you. You can never hear that too much, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
and another thing,
I'm serious every
this
time.
song, I love doing it, but Claude and Sean wrote this song, so, much props to them because literally I was trying to write the same fucking thing. I couldn't write anything better. So that was a real shot in the nuts.
Sean, look, I'm braiding Sal's hair.
That's beautiful. Everyone, look, she's braiding
It's as beautiful as his voice.
So
you're going to be beautiful in every way today.
This shot right here, I've always noticed Sean's eyes are super glistening clear, at pretty much as clear as her lips. They're both the shiniest things in the movie.
My eyes match her lips.
His eyes and her lips are the white balance.
I have no idea why that is, but that's where the budget went for eye gloss and
haircuts and shit.
Oh, dude.
Asking, dude.
Well, this is actually, in case you guys couldn't figure it out, well, there's no way you would because it's actually selling pretty well. The entire factory is a garage. It's the Daigneault's garage from their old house.
Yeah, this is my garage 2 houses ago.
Yeah, we just shittied it up and filmed it one way, shittied it up a different way, and then filmed like a different room there.
There were like one or two shots where you filmed at an actual like a hardware shop or something, but 99,
it doubled for pretty much every interior, almost, because we did a lot of it at the cookie place too. But now, why would you drink this?
First of all, why would you?
Why would he shotgun his own beer?
There's a lot of holes in this movie, but if you're stupid enough to buy it, then you deserve it.
Then fuck you. Anyway, no. It was just a choice of making him on set. Like, we were just like, okay. But, like, we were looking at it and we were like, look, you didn't look at his beer. Look how shitty it is.
Honestly, there's oatmeal all over that. Why would you check your...
It was funny, I was looking for locations for the factory because I was like, fuck, where are we going to get a factory? Like, it has to be epic. It has to be a factory, you know what I mean? You can't make anything else a factory. You can't turn a garage into a factory.
Right, it's a garage.
Yeah, so I went looking...
Yeah,
I went looking for factories, and I found one back in downtown Fullerton where we used to hang out. Okay. And it was the perfect, shitty, rundown, abandoned factory. So, like, I went to, like, the city hall or whatever where you gotta, like, get permission for that kind of shit. And, like, they're like, okay, well, you need insurance. I'm like, okay, no problem. And then, they thought I was just some punk kid, that was just going to fold under, you need $1 million of insurance. I'm like, absolutely, I'll get $1 million.
They judged him by his hair.
Yeah, I'll get $1 million of insurance. And, of course, I was like, fuck, $1 million of insurance when I went home. Like, then I found out it wasn't even that much. So I was like, okay, cool.
$1 million of insurance is only $10.
Yeah, I had poker face, dude, the whole time. And so I came back, and they're like, okay, this guy means business. So, like, I got the location. It was amazing, right? And then I was like, okay, Claude, they will only let me have it on the weekends. On the weekdays, and Claude works during the weekdays. So basically, I would have got this factory for free. I didn't even have to pay for the factory because it was some kind of weird middle ground where it was owned by the city and it wasn't operational, something like that. So they couldn't charge people for it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my god, dude, we couldn't use it because Claude had work. So we did. We filmed in a garage.
Excuse? I never realized.
Wow, I remember you. I remember you talking. You should have just paid him the fee that you had set aside for the location.
Exactly.
I didn't. Fucking, here's $200. Like, just come in. Fuck. You fuck.
But it kind of worked out actually. Anyway, so.
Anyway, I mean, this looks fantastic. I mean, you would have had a bigger space around us, possibly.
Yeah, a lot more master shots.
Yeah.
If you'll notice, this movie is all about close-ups because we're hiding the.
My hair is full
hair.
of bounce and shine in this shot. I'm not sure why, but
that's unbridled. Hey. You know the definition for unbridled is that.
Unbridled. That's good.
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, but you guys did an excellent job with that.
Now, another thing, how comfortable do you feel as a director? When you're directing, like, a lot of us are your friends and shit.
Yeah.
Like, are you, like, one of those guys who's like, just let them do what they do? Or are you like, fuck, I'm trying to get this, I want this? Like, how separate are you yourself from your vision? Because even when you're doing things, are you like, no, that's not what I was trying to do? Like, is your actor self fighting with your director self on some fucking gladiatorial bout inside of your mind?
Everything was a gladiatorial. Like, I think this movie was all about learning, because this was our first feature film, like actually making, we've been in feature films as actors, as composers, as, we've directed our own little short pieces.
I remember showing up to live compose.
Yeah, but like actually directing a movie, we actually wanted to do a different movie feature film, like, you know, all of us together, and it was a lot more serious and cool and, you know, like an actual movie. So we were like, wait, we can't do that because
not to be confused with actual movie.
Hey, yeah, remember
we can't do that.
Didn't we do that in like the vlogs or something? We said that the days were much more productive when Sal and Claude weren't there.
That's the greatest vlog, by the way, day 10. Well, anyway, getting back to what I was saying was, I forgot what I was saying.
You know, speaking
no, but like
gladiatorial battle.
I don't think like because I was wearing so many hats, I couldn't function fully as an actor or as a director or as I think the lesson to me is, you know, if I ever do a movie again in the future, I don't think I want to act in it. I would rather just direct.
Right.
Because it was really hard. Some people can do it. I don't think I can.
Because I remember you giving me like a few like, okay, well, just make sure you hit your like you were giving me a lot of like directions as far as marks and blocking and things like that. Not so much on my acting. I was like, does he really want something else, or does he just trust me? So it was like weird in a weird spot to where, you know, you come from working on another thing and they're like, I really need you to sell this moment. You know, and there's something tangible that the director wants from you. You know, and or the way that they explain it to you. And I was just like, is he just not explaining it to me because he fucking knows me? He knows he trusts me with it?
Right.
Like, or is he like...
Well, no, you guys would always nail it, and if you didn't,
you know?
then I would say something, which was very rare, because you guys would always... I mean, the script was us, so we kind of nail it naturally.
Yeah, you just said what I was going to say. Thanks, Sean. God, we were,
say it faster next time.
Somebody's got to speak up.
We were just pretty much playing ourselves.
If you weren't texting, you'd be more aware.
Claude was not playing any character except himself, seriously, and freaking
This
Sal
is basically us 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was everyone playing themselves.
Almost.
That's why the names are so close.
I personally think I'm more of a jerk in this movie than I was in person.
I think me too, yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I was an asshole.
I think it's spot on.
Maybe I was an asshole 10 years ago.
What do you know?
I'm not sure.
What do I know?
I actually think I'm more of an asshole now.
Yeah, you are. You're a bit dead. Sean is
Touche.
You know,
touchy.
Touchy?
That's how it's spelled.
As you get older, you tend to want to put up with less and less bullshit.
That's true.
You have less time to put up with
the more years that go behind you, the less that are in front of you.
You guys, I love it when Sal's like that too, and he sounds all like he sounds homosexual.
That room wasn't in there, right? That was like an extra.
That's all After Effects I built with paper.
That's 3D fucking space, dude.
3D paper.
Wait, where's the room? The room that my mom doesn't like that she decorated.
Oh, we're walking into it right now. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that shit.
Look at those like fake Halloween cobwebs in the background.
No one ever mentions this room, but like me and Carrie, her mom, we always cringe because we know how shitty it like if you actually analyze it, it's like why are there fucking predator webs on the back? You know, like
why is Predator's clothing fishnets out to dry and shit?
But I guess if you don't point it out, maybe you just kind of don't notice it.
Now, as an actor walking into this room, I was like, fuck yeah. You know, and like I thought we had so much fun. Like it was an interesting space to play with. Like if you notice, like I put my guitar on the thing, I could walk out front, there was a little space behind for you guys to go. Nicole like lays across puts her legs out on this, in a minute she's gonna sit on this
it was a dynamic
table.
blocking
So I
area.
thought it was a really cool space as an actor to be in. But I guess as a production design-ish, you guys were like, this fucking shit looks stupid. You know, but as actors, we were just walking in and like, oh man, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, Carrie was kind of the main production designer, because she was just, you know, she's very creative and, you know, like we just have time to kill, you know what I mean?
She's creative.
Yeah.
Look, watch, she's gonna love me for saying this. Mom, I know we've had hard times, but I know that you're really creative. You've always
did you hear that, folks?
You're gonna hate you for saying this.
Just become commentary confessional right now.
Commentary confessional.
Now that guitar spinning trick I've been practicing since I saw Desperado. Back, Robert Rodriguez's flag back in the day, and he's like, practice these all day.
Did you just get to that from Desperado?
Yeah, and then he picks up and he tries to play the fucking thing, and then his little hand starts hurting, and then he just goes, and he picks up the guitar, and he's like, you know, and then he gives it back to the kid.
And it makes that noise.
Yeah.
I like how that guitar is Santi's accessory through the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's with him all the time. I think he cares more about it than,
It's funny because in this movie, I made a conscious effort to separate my musical self from my ninja self. Because my real life 2000 self had a lot more athletics and dangerous fucking weapons and training and ninjutsu and shit like that involved in my life. So I was like, well, what would I be like if I wasn't a ninja?
Hey.
Way to go, Twitter. You
don't
fuck.
hate. I don't like Twitter. Shut up.
You fuck.
I am Facebook all the way.
Facebook. Great. 5 years from now, if Facebook is dead and gone, you're going to feel embarrassed for saying that.
Just like MySpace?
Yeah, Sean and I are on a commentary extolling the virtues of MySpace and how it will never die. And here we are on Facebook today.
Was this room here? Was this room part of the Snookies factory, or did you film this somewhere else?
This is somewhere else.
Oh, what a good shot. Sorry.
Yes. Oh, we were playing around with the trailer. We didn't know if we were going to have a voiceover for the trailer, like, in a world, that kind of thing.
I auditioned.
We were playing. Yeah, we all I got my brother Jeff. We got Sal. We got me, Jesse. Everybody tried to do like the trailer voice, and at one point I think it was me who did it. It was like the Oatmeal Man. Like I said, it's so gay, dude. It's so feminine. It's so good.
Which basically gives props to the guy who's done all those movie announcements over the years. He's got his shit down. Rest in peace, that guy. I know he died like last year or 2 years ago.
Don LaFontaine, yeah.
He
sells that shit. We don't.
If you go back to like fucking, so you're saying you went back to the old Night of the Living Dead. If you watch the original trailer of Night of the Living Dead, they're like, an evening of terror.
This whole scene here where Tara is wandering around the factory by herself, we shot a couple years later because we filmed the whole thing. We edited it together. We realized we needed more horror sooner and that it was dragging a little bit in the first half. So we kind of added some more suspenseful moments and, just kind of wanted to extend the horror side of it because we had plenty of like comedy, buddy flick type stuff, but not enough horror. So this was kind of our way to get that, but also what it does is it ties the two kind of stories together because there's the group of 6, the best friends, and then there's like the hot girls that are already trapped, and we kind of cut between the both stories. So this was kind of a cool way to tie them together and a way for both stories to come to one point. So Santi in a little bit here, he runs into Tara, so the two storylines collide, which makes it a lot better than just kind of like random things happening, just to show that it's a scary factory where bad stuff happens. It's kind of cooler that is she gonna get saved? Is Santi gonna save her or help her? That question is in your mind, hopefully. But it was actually really funny when we found this place. It's actually located on a mountain called Oat Mountain, and we had no intention on finding a place called Oat Mountain. It just happens to be the name of the mountain that we found, which was really, really very, very coincidental, but really cool, fun fact. So we've been up there for a day. We cast Mindy Robinson, who you saw a little while ago. She's actually right there over his shoulder. That was Sal carrying her. So Sal played both of the parts here because he was the only crew member for that day besides hair and makeup. So yeah, it was just me, Sal. We were, and hair and makeup girl. We brought Ann Gotti and Mindy Robinson up to the mountain and filmed this little scene. I think we were done by like noon. It was really quick, and it was kind of scary because it was like a restricted area, and like helicopters were coming by, and like these weird like military people in uniforms never bothered us or asked us anything, but they just like were there. This is kind of strange. So we just wanted to get our stuff done and get out of there because it was kind of scary. And I didn't tell anyone at the time, but I also saw like some wolves and stuff up there, like on like an adjacent mountain, which means there's probably wolves on the mountain we were on as well. But it worked out, thank God. And just wanted to fill you guys in because we did the commentary before we filmed this scene.
You guys Sal wandering the streets?
Yeah.
Oh, a little trivia piece for you. That metal grate that Sal is supposedly working on is actually a plastic orange crate, I think, that we discussed.
Yeah, now basically I'm like walking across a few crates and like in an empty room. There's nothing around me, but the way they lit it feels all claustrophobic. Now in my head, I'm basically like, I'm in Aliens. In my mind, I'm in Aliens. Like that's basically like exactly what I was thinking when I was on set. I'm in a fucking narrow hallway hunting the fucking beast and shit. Of course, I have no idea what the beast is.
Sal likes to dress play, is what he said.
But, yeah. Like a lot of those method actors, they use sense memories. I use sense movie.
Sense movie, yes.
Oh, I love that round.
That was good, effect. Yeah. fucking clown.
I think yesterday we were watching it, and Carrie saw this scene for the first time with Ann Gotti dying. She's like, "Oh wait, is there going to be an Oatmeal woman?" And then her face blew up. And she was like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Oatmeal Woman. Like, never mind.
That's a sequel, Oatmeal Woman.
Oatmeal Woman.
Oatmeal Woman.
Hand me the potato chips.
So Krisondra has this eating problem. Whenever me and her hang out, that's all we do.
That's because
So her eating problem is you?
It is.
No. Okay, seriously, anyone who knows astrology, I'm kind of an astrology geek. Cancer and Libra, they're they're the most food crazed zodiac signs out of any of the zodiacs.
I think my wife's a Libra.
And when they get together,
that makes sense.
They eat way too much food. Sal, what's your zodiac? When were you born?
What's Gabriel
Taurus.
Iglesias?
Born in 1779. I'm like 300 and something, but I'm still alive.
A Taurus? Hey, my dad's a Taurus. We get along pretty well.
Yeah, me and your dad get along.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but...
An evening of terror.
Please stop talking. Remember, this is my least favorite scene. I thought I did.
Because you're in it.
That's funny.
No, I did so horrible in it. Oh my god.
No, dude. I think
I am so much better nowadays. You don't even know.
No, see, Krisondra doesn't know what she's talking about.
Explain
she's
to us
an amateur.
what were you going through? What was going on? You're laying on a table. You got shit taped over you.
I was going through fake drama. That's what happened.
Okay, let's not ask her.
No, I think Krisondra, because obviously what she just said, she's kind of a little bit self-conscious about this scene. I think this was your best scene in the movie, or one of the best scenes. Like pulled it off really well, really looked scared.
In other words, you're even worse in the rest of the movie.
Hey, now.
Oh, Sal's
Continue,
words,
Jesse.
not mine.
Continue, Jesse.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was really good. And I say that because you had to do that with John Carius creepily acting over you.
That is true. That is true, Jesse.
With all this around, I mean, I think you had a lot of space to, help you get there. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what I think
you're on a table, you're kind of tied up. I mean, I guess
with plastic chains.
In theory, I'm guessing that you can just pop your hand out if you feel like it.
Like I did in the bloopers.
Okay, there we go.
Well, I think the problem is that she knew that Kaleo was in the costume.
Yeah. That would be fucked up. All right, I see where you're going.
That is.
Yeah.
Jesse,
hey, Kaleo.
Jesse, that is the best comment of the entire commentary.
Kaleo, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a long time. Thanks for that martial arts book.
Don't play gay chicken with me, I'll win.
Oh, dude.
That's totally what he would say.
It's kind of funny. Kaleo is another one of those people that came on, didn't know us, and for some reason, our humor just worked with.
Yeah, Kaleo just fit right in. Me and Claude just wanted to fucking kiss him. Like, we were, as soon as he came in, we were like, oh, fucking Kaleo's here, dude. Let's go talk to that guy.
What's funny too about Kaleo has kind of got that little profile look going on. He's kind of got some looks to him. I'm basically trying to say in a non-gay way he's kind of a handsome man. But
and Jesse's saying he would fuck him.
Parts of him. And it's funny
funnier than what I said.
He spends the whole movie in a costume. You never see him.
Yeah. Well, no. We see him in the newspaper. In the newspaper. Yeah.
Did we miss that part already? Yeah, we did because we were already set up.
You were talking like.
Oh no! It's when I come back, right?
Oh, that's
right.
Yeah. So it's coming up. It's coming up. I know this movie better than you fucks.
Oh.
Look at that. Look.
Oh, you know what? This is a great thing
I'm paying attention. Shit.
Bullshit! I just saw you texting.
I was texting.
Look at this and tell me what's the problem with it.
What's the problem with it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it.
You don't even have to. You don't even have lines. You have stuff over your mouth.
I have
Dude, hold on. Oh, I was gonna say rewind that. Did you see your toes? Your toes acted. You were like with your feeties.
That's because I'm talented overall.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out on a limb. I'm gonna say with Jesse, I think you did mighty good in this scene. I enjoyed this part.
I
don't have a problem with this.
Come on, give me some props.
Hey,
so
okay.
I don't want to hear any more of your fucking shit.
So here's another spot where we're missing some commentary. It'll be back on in a second, but basically what happened was we finished the film, did the commentary for it, and then a few years passed and it wasn't out yet, and we decided to tighten up the film and make it shorter, add a few scenes, take out a few scenes. So I did my best to make the commentary match, the new cut, which, it does for the most part, but there's one or two gaps. Also, if you're interested in learning the technical side of how we made the film and the challenges we were faced with and how we overcame them, switch over to the technical commentary, and it kind of covers all that in detail.
Okay, now see what I was talking about. See, the way that they use the space. Look, Nicole's sitting across the thing. I got the guitar up there. We're leaning over here.
I'm broken.
As an actor in this space.
Hey, wait, no.
I had a lot of fun in it.
She's cheating. Remember, the script was on top of the newspaper, and she
now,
was just reading.
Kaleo's good-looking face.
There he is.
He's attractive. What a fucking face.
Now look at these fucking like genetically engineered oats.
These are the most beautiful close-up oats I've seen in my life.
Yeah, HD oats.
Look at those
This
eyes.
is the untapped market that we're gonna make billions off of this movie, dude. Because Oatmeal doesn't have any good movies to watch.
Huh.
Did you guys know there's not a such thing as an oatmeal factory? It does not exist.
Jesse would know this. Writers research, directors don't wait.
Directors just take the writer's word for it.
Yeah.
But for the sake of the movie, God, that's such a beautiful oat. You know what's funny?
By oat, do you mean Kaleo? Wait.
I know John Carey's is coming up again, but
Hold on.
Ken.
Rest in peace, Ken.
Ken.
Great fucking friend. A great fucking man to wear. It's such a fucking.
Love you always, Ken.
Such a tragedy, man, to hear about his passing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so sudden.
He had a heart attack, yeah.
You know, I met his wife and his son. They're really, really, really nice people.
He was cool. We would always see him because we always work on the same movies.
Sean and I worked on a lot of fucking movies with him.
Yeah, and we would always.
We had one problem. We were always on time.
Yeah.
Ken was the only other actor who had that problem.
Yeah. No, he was early. He would always be there right before us.
Yeah.
And we would be on time, and then everyone would always be like 30 minutes late.
Everybody else is 30 minutes late. So we're all there about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before the appointed time. So we're chilling and laughing, telling stories. And then that's 15 minutes of us just chill time. Then everybody else still doesn't show up for another 45 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. So basically, anytime anything that we were in with Ken, whether it was a script read, a production meeting, a actual fucking shoot day,
Yeah.
like we were chilling with him for a good hour on all of these occasions. I mean, he'd show up to do ADR an hour ahead of time. And like, on some of this was in the days when we were in the studio. You know, Sean would be recording somebody, and I'd be like, "Well, you want to hit Burger King?" You know, and so we'd be able to have lunch before we went in to do ADR or something.
Yeah.
You know, Jawa, Utini.
This was a fun day.
Now,
actually.
see, in this shot, you can really tell where a lot of Desiree's work paid off.
Oh, dude.
Who was Desiree again, for those of us who don't remember?
She was the hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, I cut Sean's hair.
Oh!
Oh, bloody leg.
Also, my wife would like you to style her hair as well.
Really?
She was like, "You do Sean's hair? Maybe you could do me up."
Really?
Potato chips.
We get snacks.
Yeah,
we get snacks when we hang out.
Wait, Liz, your wife is Libra also?
Yeah, I think so. August 22nd. So yeah.
See how that works? Because every time I hang out with Sal and his
August
wife,
22nd?
we eat.
Did you just say August 22nd?
Yes, that's her birthday.
No, then she's a...
No.
She's a Virgo.
Okay.
August, September. Yeah, she's a Virgo.
Okay.
Oh, there's the creature.
Isn't she real close to the cusp?
There it
I think it's
is.
his first,
Yeah.
Yeah. The first reveal.
The first
Creature,
reveal.
yeah.
Fantastic fucking.
Creature was made by Tom Devlin, in case you guys don't know, and he's the guy from
Who should have won the first season of Face Off. He's that guy.
Yep.
That's delicious.
Yeah, that was shocking.
You know what's funny? Speaking of the oatmeal, everyone who worked on this movie and they had to have oatmeal on their skin at whatever point, to work with it, had the most beautiful, vibrant skin the next day. They were
I
so
got
delicious.
younger, man. Because I got blasted in the face.
I remember
with that
getting
shit.
all blasted and my whole
Yeah.
right arm was smooth and
The
silky.
next day it was fucking. Right?
Yeah.
That shit was sexy the next day.
Yeah.
And there you go, the Oats twins.
So the
dude.
next day, basically, Sean and I rubbed each other.
Inappropriate.
Hey, you
It
got
could
that
be
from
worse.
Squad.
From Squad.
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 I got
like
Sal
short
and
for
Claude
scoliosis.
mixed up like always.
Because we're so confusable visually.
Watch
Yes.
this right here. I love how Sean gets scooted away.
Yeah. A couple of us yanked him back on a we ratcheted him back with our hands. No stunt rig whatsoever.
There you go, Sal. It's beautiful.
I think to get into character, all I had to do was think of Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan and get into the whole,
Yeah, that didn't happen. Oh, I love it. Doing that shot is funny because you do a special effects shot and you really don't explode. So, of course, I just stand there looking
Well,
stupid
you
for
do
an
that
extra
shit
5 or
well.
10 seconds and then, walk off to the stage left. So, like, before the movie's done, you're watching the rough cut and you're like, wah! And then you're just, like, making the stupid face. And you're laughing at your own self. Good stuff. Hey, look, it's porn.
Subliminal porn. If you noticed that, I don't know why that shot looks like that.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think that's the only actual...
Also known as sublima porn.
Yeah, that's the only nudity kind of in there. We might have to take that out. Wait, me and Sal were talking about if this movie were to ever be on TV, it would be hilarious because every 5 seconds we'd have to we'd have to censor
I have
it.
to pee again.
Sean and I were fans of back in the day when you would watch TV on actual channels. and they would have they would have an edited version for TV. You'd watch fucking Predator or Commando or any.
And it'd be like, this is baloney.
Arnold would be like, this is baloney. And the Predator would be like, one ugly mother, and like, you bleed like my Lee. No, like all this stuff, So we were talking about like, if we ever had this on TV, well, let's just do a fucking TV cut just for fun, And so like we're planning on since we probably might be difficult. Like a lot of these people are travelers. Like for instance, I believe Maura has moved to the East Coast, which is exactly the opposite of where we live here on the West Coast, where Pulsar Studios is located.
Yes.
And, Nicole fucking travels the goddamn world. She's like, look, I'm in France in a church of bones. Oh, now I'm in Prague.
That's true.
Now I'm in Rome.
Now
I'm in South America and Fiji and all that. And I think now she's in Bali or some bullshit.
Or Barcelona.
She's like, just hanging out in hanging out in Barcelona, hanging out in Bali. So it's
check out this logger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit is good.
You know what's funny about John Karras' lines? Do you remember, like, when the script was originally written, he was supposed to be, like, in the first opening scene, and there was a note that said, John Karras, this character speaks really quickly, so he has a lot of lines, but he gets through them really quickly. Well, we changed the script a few times, and we forgot to move that note ahead to tell John Karras that, you're supposed to talk quickly. So he has the most lines of anybody, and he speaks the slowest.
Yeah, we had to cut his dialogue, some of his scenes down because it was too long.
He was supposed to be the girl in Big Trouble in Little China. He's basically like...
and it's totally not John Karras.
Low pants, blah, 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 blah. He's supposed to be... Nobody knows anything about his company. That chick rolls... Kim Cattrall in Big Trouble in Little China rolls through exposition so fast...
and it's totally
I don't know. I can't think of a way to finish that sentence.
It's Leia Causer. I live to talk
Chris
about
is
it.
back again.
You didn't even know she was gone, except it was quieter.
Hey,
We actually got some commentary done.
She could have been texting. For all we
I
know.
peed, okay? Again.
I'm gonna check that toilet.
Hey,
There's
how
not
come
peeing
I'm the only one who's peed twice during this commentary?
I don't know, because you have a small bladder.
No,
You've got the shy
lies.
bladder, whatever.
You have splatter.
No, the opposite of the shy bladder, yeah.
Splatter.
You got the public.
This effect
You
right
got
here.
the,
Sean getting his neck pierced is epic.
Oh, this is a great shot.
This cost, I think,
Nobody said anything.
$5,000.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Jesse always says it looks like somebody put a needle on a couch.
Yeah, he says it looks like a fucking couch.
Or the side of a birthday cake. Juicy frosting.
I love the blood splurt, and the sound is what's perfect. Like the
Why did you
sound
pick
is
that
so
sound out of any?
I don't know, man.
Like, I love it. It's like as if his neck was just fucking swollen with fucking blood, and just as soon as they poked it, it was just burst like a balloon.
Hey, man, I could have had a lot of salt that day.
A subtext right there was that John's character had high blood pressure, and this actually might have saved his life.
Yeah.
Relieving some of the tension.
Sean could have been the one that saved the Oatmeal Man. He could have turned all that shit to sucrose or glucose or whatever the fuck he was doing.
Shit crows pretty much. There's no science here.
This is the fake talking that I had to add in After Effects.
Uh-huh.
That is comical.
Dude, Chris, you're amazing in the shot. Why aren't you watching your work and going on
she is pretty good.
Yeah, she's busy
Because
on Facebook,
I'm texting.
looking to see what somebody had for lunch, or their political opinions on whether to vote for Barack or... Well, that's pretty much it. Nobody
or
wants
like
to vote
some
for
witty
Romney.
quote that they like make it seem like it's theirs, so they feel better about themselves.
Another picture of the Willy Wonka leaning on something, saying like saying something witty. This week's newest meme.
Yeah, meme. You're too up to date, so I can hang out with you. You know what meme is?
I don't know what happened. I think it's Jesse's fault. I don't know what that is. What's
you know what
fief?
fief?
What's fief?
It's a female schmegma.
What's schmegma?
You know what schmegma is?
No.
It's like dick cheese, like when you don't wash your balls or your dick.
Whoa!
And you get like that kind of
serious talk.
like
Whoa.
mud. You get like dick mud.
Okay, you get
it's
fucking
dick mud.
shit on it. It's dud. Okay, dick
dud.
mud. Okay, and fief is chick.
Fief is female mud. That shake always cracks me up.
Best scene.
Look
Look at Sean vibrate.
Fuck.
That was like one of my... Hey,
No, he's just,
don't use my
just
leg as a
taking
gun.
mad fucking oatmeal.
That's me
Oatmeal
exfoliating.
cocky.
Oatmeal bukkake.
Wait,
It
my
was-
least favorite part is coming up when I'm like, John!
That's the best part.
No,
Look, watch
my
this,
least
watch this.
Yeah, yeah.
favorite
Look at the
part.
shot.
Watch this. This is
Now look
epic.
at look at her
That was
face,
like
man.
my least favorite part. Hold on, wait. Yep.
Yes.
Least favorite
That
part.
part is amazing.
I look like a screaming, dead, weird, awful clown.
You look like your
You
fucking
look like a
boyfriend just got
screaming,
fucked
a
up.
screaming young girl.
It was
No.
amazing.
Exactly what you're
The
supposed to
sound
be.
was amazing too.
Yeah, it was all fucking
Hey,
slightly metal.
I could do awesome horror sound if I want to.
This is
but
true.
the face was just horrible.
No, the face was amazing.
No.
How'd you guys get clearance for that gun?
What? Moving on.
$1 million of insurance.
Yes. Was that her? That was one of her own heels, right?
Those were my shoes. And Sean's like, can we cut some of your shoes in half? Those weren't the actual shoes that she was wearing the entire movie. The entire movie she was wearing wedges, and those were actual heels, and those were my shoes, and she cut them in half.
Only girls will notice that. They'll be like, wait a second, those are the same shoes.
Technically, Tom Devlin cut the shoe in half.
This is true.
Did he?
Yeah, I remember actually I was there for some reason. He couldn't get through. There's like a steel.
It was metal,
bar,
yeah.
And he couldn't cut through it.
Metal shoe.
But he made it happen somehow. I don't know how he cut through. He can blowtorch.
Yeah. I love Claude's. It's so good.
I remember this day was like a whole day, and then Annie had to lay there dead. That was her only. Her only reason for showing up was to be a dead body, and I felt so bad. But like we needed her in the background,
you needed her in the shot. Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't she get?
She had to lay there dead with a shoe in her mouth.
Yeah. I think it was around day 10 or somewhere like around this time we were all kind of fed up with each other and filming, and like, you know, if we were to be fed up, it was that day, and everyone was kind of on edge and like, you know, like pissy, or you know what I mean. I think Claude and Sal were angry because the previous day they weren't there, and everyone said that the day went really smoothly. So when they showed up this day, they got offended because I think someone said it. And
we were upset because everybody was like, everything was so productive when you guys are gone. We were like, what the fuck, man?
Everything was on edge. It was amazing.
Sean!
Yeah.
When the Oatmeal Man was melting, didn't you make that in like After Effects or something? Cause I didn't.
No. We made that at the we actually filmed that at Steel Shadow Blade Studios.
Yes.
Yeah. Sal's garage.
And fuck you, Jesse. You just fucked my entire shit up. Start this commentary over.
Okay. Yeah, we made it out of like a toilet paper roll or no
hangers, toilet paper rolls, oatmeal.
That's right.
It was me, Sean, and Jesse. We basically tried to film all the pickup stuff of the Oatmeal Man as a special effect. But we were filming in like slow motion. I don't know exactly what the fucking trick was.
It was a miniature,
and it looked so silly. But then like we started getting into it, and by the end, like we did the body, and Jesse and me are like kind of shaking the body, but Jesse has control of his like horizontal shake, and like Jesse does this thing, and that we're watching in the little viewfinder. And we're like, oh my god, that's fucking it, dude! Just do that. And Jesse's like, what are you talking about? This is the stupidest thing ever. And we're like, shut the fuck up, Jesse! Just do it.
Yeah.
And Jesse was like, okay.
And then we watched it.
And then he did it. And then fucking Sean puts it in the movie, and we were like, see? We fucking told you!
So that's why if anyone asks, that's why that looks so stupid? No.
Look, right there!
There it is, yeah. Look at that shake. Here it is one more time.
Hilarious, dude.
And at this point, it's hardly even like a whole man. Like, it's basically like, I think we have like, I think a toilet paper tube or a paper roll tube is the entire body and legs of it. But there's no arms. We just built it out of oatmeal, shaped it and shaped a head with a little mouth and little eyes.
We did arts and crafts in elementary school.
Yeah, basically, my kindergarten kids came in and did special effects for this movie.
Yes. And then I animated the mouth in After Effects. And that was pretty much it.
And but it fucking holds up. It looks fucking perfect. Looks beautiful. Now, this is the part I'm talking about that proves how awesome Mora is. Because she's holding a melting oatmeal dude, and you believe that she doesn't want her friend to fucking go away.
Yeah, she sells it.
I don't give a shit how fucking good you are. If Meryl Streep was holding a fucking oatmeal thing and it was fucking melting and she was like, well, and
it was slowly
really,
caressing your
really
face.
hard to fucking buy. Now, in the script, it says that he brushes his finger against her cheek. Apparently, I don't think she read this part. Because I'm watching a lot of the fucking dailies, even when I wasn't on camera, I was the dude that was like, I want to see what they're shooting. Because, I just loved a lot of the stuff, and, I'm watching Claude do his death scene. I'm watching her holding, and I'm waiting for him to brush his finger and say the line, oh, I wish, I could be here. This is also at Steel Shadow Blade Studios. He puts his hand up to brush her cheek. She sees his hand coming up, and she intercepts it with her own hand. And, he's trying to touch her cheek, and she's trying to stop his hand from reaching her face. So they're basically arm wrestling while doing the fucking scene. And we're holding on the back, fucking holding our shit. Look, it's 80 degrees in my house right now.
Nobody knows this, but that's Sean's mom. Woohoo!
Viva la mamama!
Yes, yay!
Yeah. you got to get mom in there. You know what I mean? That's just a given.
I think she did a good job too.
She did great.
They're really sad, consoling. You know.
I think it's because she believed the fucking film.
Job.
She would be watching the scenes and watching shit shot and just react as if it was happening. And like basically in this, I think she just knows. She's just reacting to what Mora's doing.
Yeah. She put herself in that place.
Yeah.
If her daughter was attacked by an oatmeal creature.
Yeah.
Okay, personally, I thought this part was slightly gross because she's fingering the oatmeal.
That came off more sexual than I thought it would. But
Yeah. Claude's really happy about this scene.
Claude.
But like as I said,
Claude would be happy about this.
Like I said, he couldn't be with us today.
Yes.
But anyway, the whole death scene of him and her is such a fucking hard thing. It could really come off ridiculous. It probably still comes off somewhat ridiculous.
It is.
But at least it's like ridiculous in a real way to where you buy it. It's not them fucking just being silly. Like watching it, I was just like, this is fucking beautiful. It's Claude and Jesse holding each other.
I think you're giving too much credit, Sal, but.
And I think her hair was different by this time because this was a pickup shot or a pickup scene. So that's kind of why we're like, okay, we'll throw her in her fucking towel. She just took a shower. That's the answer.
Yeah, my wife comes home and we're all filming and there's a girl in a towel.
But,
and
hey, wait a minute.
Yes, Chris.
Wait, Sal, this is your place?
This is my place.
Who uses 2 towels when they take a shower? I know.
Girls do.
No,
Girls
I
with hair.
don't. Am I not a girl then?
You're
Well,
not.
Dennis does.
Okay.
You're in between.
Okay.
Woo!
Well, Chris, showering out with a
She has both male and
counts.
female genitalia.
Hey.
Oh, and this, in case nobody got this from watching it, because no one seems to be getting it.
I think the alien's gonna pop out of her chest. No?
Yeah.
No.
I've been watching too much of those movies lately.
Like, okay, so this is obviously the cop from earlier. Like, if it doesn't... For some reason, everyone who's seen this doesn't get it, but this is the cop. So, like, he's hitting on Mora.
You can tell by his boots and whole cop clothes.
Yeah, and mustache and face.
And
No,
face.
you know why no one caught it is because you didn't cut into him with a butt shot. If
With
it
a
saw this
Yeah.
butt shot from the
That's true.
If his reveal
A
was
matching ass shot.
first.
I didn't even get it, and I read the...
You were texting, you don't count.
No, I read the script.
You don't get a lot of shit.
Sal, no, don't move your leg. I was comfortable.
Yes, produced and directed by Sean Gordon. Well, we made it through that.
Yeah.
Jesse.
It's already been the whole movie.
Yeah.
That felt like it was like
That's
10
what happens when you
minutes.
text.
Well,
Time
you only
flies.
covered half of
Yeah,
Facebook,
dude.
so
Hey.
get the other. Richie
Hey.
Armstrong did a really good job putting
Yeah,
this together. Yeah.
He's a
Wait.
very good worker.
Who was Richie
I think it's incredible
Armstrong?
that for your
Oh,
budget,
wait,
we got as
did
many
you-
people as we
Good
did on
times.
this cast and crew because the credits just go on forever. I have to say,
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
Well, you pull favors in Hollywood. That's the way.
That's what this whole movie was. Favors,
Yeah.
which are still being paid back.
Huh. Yeah.
Right,
even
right, yeah.
When did you get actual jeans? You always wear black, Sal.
I had to re-propose to my wife today, so I had to dress up like she likes it.
I understand.
like she likes it.
When I stopped by her work on the way over here.
A little bit of information for anyone who's interested. Sal's wife doesn't care for his beard, so she has been just begging me to write some kind of script
Kim
where
Stiles
Sal has
was a joy to work
shave his beard.
Hey, look, Krisondra Daigneault. That's my... Or Daigneault.
Fail. Self-fail.
That's
Yes.
my little
Fail.
sister.
Life fail.
Woo!
That's
Kiana.
right. One of the Oats creatures, right? It was
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Nick
and-
Masters.
Yeah, one of
yeah.
the little half-oat twins was my little sister. And the other one was Sal's daughter. So cute. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Woo.
Watch the bloopers if you want to see
Yeah, there's
all that
more.
behind-the-scene goodness,
Yeah.
which was
See
hilarious.
Kiana's underwear and Lizzie's hands.
And Lizzie's entire head, actually.
Yeah.
Like, we filmed one with her helmet off. I was like, why did we do that?
Yeah,
No, her helmet kept coming off.
Oh, is that
Her
why?
helmet. Her, whatever the fuck is, mask.
couldn't afford an extra
Moby
hand.
Yeah.
Sanchez.
Well, yeah, Tom
That's a real
Devlin
person.
was actually, that was also another kind of a, I mean, like, this whole movie was a bunch of favors. We're all
Wait,
friends
hold
kind
on.
of doing stuff. And
Colton-
Krisondra's keeps interrupting people.
Colton Daigneault, that's my brother. Okay, pretty
The
much.
DP.
Said that 5 times.
My-
None of you can talk louder than me!
My whole family, besides my dad, worked on this movie. Look, Sean Gordon did like everything, you know?
Oh yeah,
No,
we were.
actually, wasn't it a
Stacy
North
had such a hard time as script supervisor because we were improving like the whole time.
Oh.
So basically, after every shot, she was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
She's just there to look cute.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think by the second day she gave up.
But I think you guys did a great job. I mean, considering how much of it, because we did have the script, and then most of what you see on the screen is all improv. You take the original idea and build on it, change words and all that. I think it made it funnier for that, and it worked better. You know.
Oh yeah.
So basically, I'm stroking your cock right now.
Stroking the
cock.
Well, yeah, Tom Devlin
for real?
did a good job. Like, you know, like since it was all favors, it was all like kind of free work or trade. You know what I mean? Like he,
Right.
You know, like he, I did some music for him.
Because we're indie style.
Yeah, like I did some music for him, and then I was like, I'll do this for you, like, but you gotta do the monster in my movie. He's like, all right, cool, because we're like really good friends. And then I realized, wait, there's like an oatmeal monster. There's an oatmeal Claude, which is like a huge oatmeal monster. Oh, there's 2 twins. I'm like, oh shit, there's a tall order here for effects. Like music, I can make for free, in a way. Right. But like monsters, that's material. Like so he, I got to give props to Tom for actually kind of. He came amazing. Through really nice.
Special thanks to Snooki's Cookies. They
Fantastic, dude. Yeah.
Isn't very long.
And we figured out actually, like I think the first day of filming, like we wanted the oatmeal soup to look shinier, so we're like, okay, let's throw water on it.
Keith Daigneault.
And we realized water is actually how to kill an oatmeal man, because it killed our oatmeal suits like immediately.
No, it says special thanks to Keith Daigneault. See, that's my dad.
That's the dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the credits. Kim Matuka, that's my manager.
You can pretty much count on any Daigneault is probably related in this movie, and any Gordon is related.
There's no French bastard with the last name Daigneault, besides JJ Daigneault.
There's no Krisondra in the world.
Famous hockey player,
Well,
related
that's the movie,
to me,
folks.
second
Hope you
cousin.
enjoyed it.
All right,
thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.